Hey, good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining us here on the Los Banos Today morning show. And joining me this morning is Kevin Cookingham.
Good to be here. Thank you so much. Good to be here.
Thank you so much for joining us and taking some time out of your busy schedule. I know you're campaigning right now, and you're doing a lot of traveling and a lot of speaking and meeting with a lot of people. I see a lot of businesses around me closing.
Right. Yeah.
I myself and other business owners are struggling to stay open. We're dipping into our savings in hopes that this COVID thing, passes us by. So I'm coming here today not just as a host, but as a business owner. And I'm looking for solutions and I'm looking for answers. And I'm looking at our leaders right now and the job that they're doing, and I'm not that impressed.
No.
I'm seeing businesses like Tesla talking about and moving out of the state.
Yeah.
We're seeing companies saying, you know what, we're going bankrupt. We've got no help. We can't pay the rent. And we need answers. Mm-hmm. And Kevin, we're all looking to people like you, people like us, and I've talked to my viewers, and they've said the same thing. Dave, if you get Kevin on, ask him this question: what about the business owners?
Right. Let me start with something foundational, first of all. A few months ago, I went to the Atwater City Council meeting. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, that Atwater declared their businesses in a sanctuary city. And they said, hey, we're going to open our businesses. If our businesses want to open, they can open. And actually, the state of California said, well, then you're going to lose $200,000 and some worth of money. And they said, fine, we'll lose it because these businesses need to be open. So I went and talked to the city council about that. But before I was able to speak, they have to read off all comments that are sent in. Okay? So 29 comments were sent in, and you could tell a number of people had gotten together, and they were using the same terminology. So you knew they were all kind of collaborating on what to say.
Right.
And the term that they use is they said, don't put profits before people. In other words, they're saying, don't open the businesses for profits, put people first. Well, you can't put people first without opening the businesses.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Because these businesses are people's lifetime work.
And livelihoods.
And by the way, and their retirement.
Correct.
But get this, it's a domino effect. What about the people that work for them? What about the people that supply them?
That's right.
What about, what about the people that manufacture for them? There is this line that just keeps going on and on and on. And when you stop businesses, you stop people.
I think it's called the economy.
It is called the economy. And the thing that bothers me most is a different burden is put on small business over the large places like Walmart, Costco. They haven't missed a beat.
Not at
because they don't have the same burden.
In fact, a lot of them have grown, haven't they?
Absolutely. They have actually grown. And so this infuriates me that it's not a level playing field.
Yeah.
I went to a meeting the other night at a person's house, and we had a guy come up there. He looked to be about 32, 33, a Greek young man. He had worked his whole life to open his first restaurant, and it's a Greek restaurant over in Madera off of Avenue 12. And he literally was in tears. He said, I've worked my whole life for this. I put everything I've had into this business, and I opened it March 6th.
Wow.
He opens March 6th, and of course, everything got shut down. Everything fell apart. And there must have been about 40 or 50 people at this meeting. I said, you guys, I need your hands up if you will go buy something at, I don't care what you buy, go get a meal, go get more meals. You need to support Daniel here. Yeah. And every hand went up. So my wife and I and two other people went and had the most wonderful meal there the other night. And it was interesting. One of the guys that was at the meeting came to get takeout. And he goes, oh, you really did do what you said you were going to do. And I said, yes, we need to support our small businesses.
Yes.
So I would just say to the people watching this that please do whatever you can to help our small businesses. This is so important to our society. And I'm going to tell you something. I was interviewed by the Fresno Bee on Zoom the other day with Jim Costa. Okay. And one of their questions was, should the federal government now start subsidizing the local governments because of their lost revenue due to COVID? And Jim said, yeah, start supporting the local governments. I said, no, support the businesses. Support the businesses. They're the ones that need the help.
That's right.
You guys, this government has done more to damage people than you can imagine. Remember the old saying that Reagan used to say, where, you know, the scariest words are, "I'm from the government, I'm here to help." It's so true.
Yeah.
They are not helping. And, you know, I will tell you this, and I've said this many times, COVID does not harm so many people. So those people need to get on with their lives and so forth. But it does harm people with pre-existing conditions that are elderly things. Protect the people.
Yes.
But those that are not at risk, we got to get this society going.
Got to get out there. Got to work. We got to get going. We got to get back to life. And we appreciate that. We know you were on earlier. We just had another interview with Bruce. We don't want to take too much of your time, but we value your insights. We value what you're doing. Kevin, how can people support you? What can they do? Do you have a website? Do you have a Facebook?
Yeah, so I would just say our website is cookinghamforcongress.com. Cookingham, you know, not Cunningham. It's cookinghamforcongress.com. Go to it. You can donate. You can endorse. You can volunteer. We've got a lot of volunteers going out all over the place. In fact, just right here in Los Banos, we had, I think, 8 yesterday going out, getting flyers. We've got signs going out. And so we really need to have you involved here. I will say this. The people I talk to in the Merced County, which includes Los Banos and Dos Palos, I'm being told we feel left out. We feel like we're not being supported at the congressional federal level, and I think it's because Jim knows that most of the votes come from Fresno. My commitment to you is that if you're in the 16th district, I'm fighting for you, period. And I'm not going for where just the main number of votes are. I'm here to support Los Banos, Dos Palos, Gustine, Livingston, Planada, La Grande, whatever area it may be. And so I appreciate your support here, and I thank you for all you do.
You heard it, Los Banos, so remember to get out and vote. They're going to be coming out October?
Yeah, your ballots are going to be sent October 5th, so you'll start receiving your ballots the 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and so forth, and then they're due by 8 p.m. on the 3rd of November. So we're asking people that if you're not going to vote in person, that you vote early and actually take them to a ballot box at an election center. We think that's the safest way. Safest is voting in person. But if not, vote early, and then take that to a ballot box actually at the county elections or someplace you trust greatly. So
fantastic. Thank you once again for coming in, Kevin. We appreciate you so much and for all your insights. Thank you guys out there. And once again, have a great and safe day. Bye-bye.